All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 753. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York, and as always, we're joined by a man who hasn't played a wizard game since Skyrim, Wombat.
It's not bad.
That was from Mookie Juki in the chat.
I know.
How about a man who can't wait to give you his basic bitch takes, Wombat?
Is that the one that you were planning on saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one did you like better?
I like the Skyrim one better.
What's up with my video in this like 4:3 aspect ratio here?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were like saying something like it was my fault. I broke it.
What?
I broke it. It's my fault.
Why? What? Well, why would it have something to do with you?
I don't know. You were accusing me like what happened to my video and you were pointing at me and I'm like, I don't know.
You're a weird guy.
Stop accusing me of things.
How was your Super Bowl?
It was fine. It was really just me and my wife. Everyone else. The children were out, so you know.
Where did they go? They had you mean they had their own Super Bowl parties?
Yes, they had their own plans. So
shit.
Yeah. So it was just the two of us.
Nice.
And my wife checked out before halftime, and now that was it.
Wow, she didn't even make it to Rihanna?
I think she watched Rihanna on her own in bed, and I just watched the rest of the game. I think she was asleep though, probably before that was over.
I watched the whole game. That was the first.
I mean,
not the whole game. Not like some of the third quarter I missed, and fourth quarter.
Okay.
The first half, I watched the whole first half and their halftime show. It was good, I guess.
What'd you think?
It's funny because weren't we just talking about how like football is just like is a sport where the refs have so much fucking power, like it just can change. It's like
we talked about that 2 weeks ago. Yes.
The week before when the Chiefs won.
Mm-hmm.
It
because
seems,
of a penalty.
It just seems like the actual football playing part, you know, when they're throwing the ball and running the ball, the actual gameplay.
I understand what playing football
The
means,
actual gameplay is really such a small part of that whole experience, not just like the hour, the time. It is a small part of just the time of a football game, but also it comes down to like weird stuff like refs, like, up in the air ref calls and clock management. And
clock management's a big one.
And like calling and what do you call the replays, the challenging
replays of things where you have no idea whether or not it's a catch or not. You're just looking at it going, I don't know, flip a coin on this one, I guess. What are we wasting our time for here?
But that's the thing. Even though they have it's 2023,
games are all like 12 hours long.
They have every fucking camera angle imaginable, and you see it perfectly, and you still don't know the answer.
Yeah, it still doesn't matter. You can have every camera angle you want, and then they're like, I don't know. I think what they could do to fix that is just give the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player or whoever was trying to make a play, right? Like, just give them the benefit of the doubt that they are an excellent athlete who made something exciting happen and not.
But how do you write that in the rule book?
You just call it.
Well,
it has to be in the rule book though.
Replay stuff that nobody wants to see.
In baseball, it's, tie goes to the runner.
Right. Like tie goes to the guy who's trying to catch the ball.
Yeah, shipwreck wants there to be tie goes to the
I see. If you can't draw a conclusion, then it goes to the offense. And don't even have replays, or you have replays?
You have replays on scoring plays, and maybe like fourth down plays.
Can we automate the entire referee process, like in terms of
yes and no? Here's where that would become tricky. Then, how do the sports books make sure that they make money?
Well, I mean, yes, they can still make money. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because I'm still not 100%.
Math still works out for them either way, just like a casino. Like,
I mean, I'm not saying football's fixed, because that would be a large assumption, and we could all get sued for saying something crazy like that. So
I'm not saying anything, so they can sue you.
It's not fixed.
The problem though, and it's oh man, what happened? My computer just shut down. Am I still here?
Yeah.
You're still here. Yeah.
Wow, that was weird. My whole screen went black for a second.
It's the NFL. Fuck.
Oh, they're on to us. The problem with football, and I like watching football.
Right? You watch a lot of football.
I watch a lot of football. The problem with it is they literally could call a penalty on pretty much every play.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So they're just picking and choosing when they need to call a penalty.
Hockey is the same way. Hockey is the same way. Not as bad, but similar.
That was part of the complaint. Was there were similar plays throughout the game where that wasn't called.
It's every sport has that. Like, right?
Why
the same
this
thing.
play at this time? Where's the consistency? Was really, I think, is probably the complaint. Was there a hold? There was a hold. That's. I don't think that's the question as much as it is. But there were also these 7 other holds throughout the game.
Probably on that same play.
Yeah.
From both sides. I'm going to guess that there were people holding.
So the question is, why this guy? Why at this time? Why, it basically ended the game and Kansas City won based on
in the most boring way possible.
Yeah, a penalty that didn't need to be called instead of giving us probably the most exciting 1 minute in Super Bowl history where the Eagles could have tried to come back. And there's a very good chance they wouldn't have.
Sure. It was not in their favor.
Yeah, exactly. But it would have been a hell of a minute. So I don't know. And then when Kansas City wins, and they win on that, on a defensive drive, it would have been very exciting, and we'd be, but whatever, we didn't get that.
AI refs, that's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
They could do it. Why not? Right? If they wear like the right gloves or something, like with sensors in them, and they could figure out if the guy's touching the other player, holding them. Hockey too is the same problem. Like the refs are, sometimes they call the penalty, sometimes not.
Can you get special gloves so I can know when you're holding me?
I'm never going to touch you. Unless you're on fire. Then I'll grab your wallet out of your burning body. No, I wouldn't. It's empty.
Yeah, it's true.
Thank you.
The cards work.
The commercials were bad too in the Super Bowl. I thought it's just like,
was there
here's
anyone
some celebrities. Here's the celebrities that you know.
Mm-hmm. I like the one where Miles Teller danced with his wife. I thought that one was cute.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what. It's for a beer. I don't know which beer, but it was
Caddyshack. What about the Caddyshack Miller Lite commercial?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Terrible. How could you I got so excited. I was like, everybody shut up. They're doing Caddyshack. I thought like computer generated Rodney maybe. But I didn't even know who those people were. Was I supposed to know who they were?
It was the ping pong great Serena Williams.
Stop. Well, she was in it, but I didn't even know what they were talking about. I had no fucking clue. I was like, I know Caddyshack very well. I recognize it. What are you talking about? This is not Caddyshack related.
No, it is not.
Right. Mrs. TV made great Japanese fried chicken, and we ate it. That was it for the Super Bowl. It took me about a half an hour to figure out how to get it streaming, though, on my Samsung TV. I don't even remember how I fixed it. Good times. All right. Should we do some show feedback? This episode, or rather last episode, had some of the most show feedback that we have had in recent memory.
Yeah, probably in years. And I picked the 2 that were unrelated to the majority of it because I didn't talk about it all again or not. And then I see you added a whole bunch of stuff. So,
well, I mean, that seems to be the popular stuff.
That's fine. I'm happy to talk about it. I have a lot to say.
All right. Well, why don't you start with yours?
The question is, should I skip this more vanilla stuff?
No, go start with vanilla, and then we can get it to the racist stuff.
So Gorgo had to say, "Hey Wombat, thanks for the recommendation on Midnight Suns. I'm really enjoying it. I started only a few days before the Deadpool DLC came out, so I've been enjoying having him on my team. I'm a bit concerned that I'll have finished the story by the time the rest of the DLC comes out. After the story, is there anything to do? I don't see myself doing another playthrough for Storm and Venom because it's such a long game. When you finish the game, you just go right back to the Abbey, and there's like at least 12 missions there for you to do. And when you finish a mission, a new one shows up. So it just keeps auto-generating new missions for you to do. So the game doesn't end once the story ends. So no, you don't have to worry about it. You'll be fine.
That's like your dream game.
Yeah, it just keeps going. It
can kind of finish it, but it doesn't end.
Yeah, like there's an end to the storyline and it shows you credits. Then there's like, because it's a Marvel game, there's a post-credit scene, which is pretty funny.
Yes.
And then it just like takes you back. It's like, and now it's a day before everything you just saw again. So go to town. And I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. And Arrowmane had to say, Cheapy, really want your thoughts on the upcoming game, RoboCop Rogue City. I'm hoping you're excited for it, and we'll give an in-depth review once it's out. So I'll kind of stop it there.
Sure.
It goes on.
I watched whatever's out there for this game. I'd set expectations pretty low. I mean, I would love it for it to be amazing and the ultimate RoboCop experience. Much like Hogwarts Legacy is the ultimate Harry Potter experience. But I don't know. I remember looking up the studio that was making it and didn't see like a lot of hope. But hey, you never know. The power of RoboCop might shine through. You got to stay positive.
Your move, creep.
Thank you. Yeah. So as I was mentioning before, a lot of people wrote in about Wombat and Hogwarts Legacy.
Now, do you want to read these or should I read these?
I'm going to read some of these and then I don't know.
Okay.
I'll go. Let me start off with this is from Team Hogwarts writing in. This is from Brotorius. He says, haven't listened in a while, need to catch up, but can hardly imagine how insufferable Wombat's rants have been about Harry Potter. LOL. He was answering the CAGbag call on Twitter.
Which I don't think they've been insufferable at all.
Well, he may be reading your tweets on Twitter and just inferring.
I haven't even tweeted that much about this stupid game since like 2 weeks ago.
I feel like, I don't know. I
haven't. I checked because I knew you two would ask. So I'm like, since the last show, how much have I tweeted about this stupid game?
Right.
And the answer was I retweeted an article that I thought was interesting because although that was the day of the show, so I don't know if that counts.
Oh, from fuckharrypotter.com?
Yeah. And then I retweeted a YouTube video that I thought also explained because a lot of people are like, what's your problem here? So I'm like, you know what? I'll retweet this video that I think summarizes things better than I can. And I even think that's what I said. And that was basically it.
Right.
That was it. Those are the only two tweets.
But the week before that, you were balls deep in the discourse. You were balls deep in the discourse, Wombat. Admit it.
Yes, I was.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, let's read some more.
I just want to say I've been insufferable, I think, is an overstatement.
I guess he's saying on the show. Yeah, no, I don't think there were any. Well, some people may disagree. Let's see. Doe Witcher writes in. He says, "I'm about done with Wombat. He's always complaining and has the most basic bitch takes." That cracked me up. I gotta say, most basic bitch takes on most things, including his plastic toys. With all the woke internet complaining about the stupid Harry Potter game, of course Wombat is. What's even more stupid is that his outrage in Twitter rants make the game sales even better. Well, maybe not him, because I don't bother following him, nor should most. But wow, come on, dude, read the room. I've been around CAG for a long fucking time. I love the video game talk, but I've had enough of Wombat. I will take his advice and stop listening. He brings politics and the social justice shit to something that that doesn't need it. Even Cheapy and Shipwreck just cringe inside. Oh, I cringe on the outside. Forget about it. I agree.
Inside. I think he's off base on that one.
Yeah, he's way off.
He must have watched the videos.
Yeah, good call. Wombat reads the news headlines and becomes outraged. Thank goodness I have never read anything of yours on Twitter. There are always two sides to every story, but Wombat, of all people, just lets the other people decide his outrage. Pure basic bitch takes. So I don't think I've heard that term before. That's why it tickled me.
I just want to say that this is... I will get into this and, maybe this guy, I don't know.
Well, hold on, there's some more. Hold on.
A bit more.
Yeah, let me wrap up some more of these, and then we'll get your thoughts. Alex writes in and says, 3 weeks ago, I gave Wombat advice on what razor to buy, and apparently he loves it. A week later, I told him I'm buying Hogwarts, and he blocks me. Said how he can't handle opinions and has to associate only things that matter to him. Long-time listener, too. How is that? So what is that razor, by the way?
Oh, it's in my... It's like, I don't know what it's called.
You don't buy Harry's anymore because Harry Potter, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. No, I needed an electric razor for the beard trimming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because my old one broke after like 12 years. But anyway, so that was the day that, remember I complained about this on the show, that a lot of people were tweeting at me and saying things like, I'm buying this game, and then tagging me in it. Yeah, to troll me.
Well, they were doing the reverse of what you were doing, was telling people like I don't know what you were doing because I didn't see it on Twitter, but what It seems like
I wasn't doing as much as you think. That's really what it comes down to. I don't think there was that much.
I don't know what I think.
Yeah.
So how could you
But
know?
anyway.
Yes,
It's
go on.
true.
Go on.
Anyway, because this is about me.
Yes. Finally, Wombat.
Finally, it's about me. But anyway, his tweet was like sandwiched in between all those, where he also tweeted at me about how he's buying the game. And I was like, whatever. I had enough of these people that have to at me to tell me that they bought something that I don't care about, and I blocked him. I went back and read the tweet again today after I saw the comment on the outline.
Yes.
And I did unblock the guy.
Alex, man. Fucking made it. Welcome back, Alex.
So if you want to tweet at me again, you're more than welcome to. I unblocked you.
Don't tell him you're enjoying the game, though, because you're back on the chopping block.
I have bad days, too. And if you catch me on the wrong day, I'm going to block you.
Monday through Saturday.
Yeah, days that end in Y. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So... yeah, I'm just looking at.
Okay, so let's do team. So now, but people also, there's Team Wombat as well. Surfer Boy writes in and says the issue here is that Wombat is politically and socially active, and his co-hosts are not. Shipwreck hasn't progressed. I didn't even. Sorry. Shipwreck,
go for it.
Shipwreck hasn't progressed intellectually and is desperately trying to love the things he did when he was 12 toys while pretending he's doing it for his kids, and Cheapy is busy trying to figure out how to spend his money. Keep going, Wombat. Caring about shit is nothing to be ashamed of. I sort of skimmed that before Ship. I didn't.
No, I like
I didn't
that
see
one.
the part about you.
That one, nope.
Progressed intellectually. I mean, I'm sure Ship could run circles around you intellectually. I mean, I don't know how much he needs to progress at this point. I feel like he's reached sort of like, a top place.
I'm where I'm at. I'm
where I'm at.
Yeah. So I just don't find value in arguing with people on the internet that I don't know. If that's being not politically or socially active, so be it. But I am fine giving my opinions and talking to people if they want to hear it.
Right.
People
not on Twitter.
Do not want to hear it, and I'm not going to change anybody's mind that I do not personally know on the internet.
It does seem
that is my stance on the matter.
It seems like creating a lot of frustration. I mean, the term social justice warrior, it seems like it's a war that can't have any winner because you're never going to convince anybody. I mean, maybe 1.01% of the time you can convince somebody, but majority of the time, no fucking way. And it's just like a fight because you really get upset when I know because I've argued with people on Twitter. The feelings of being angry are real, even though it's over social media. So it's like it is like a war in a way, but you can't win. There's just no way to win.
It's not a winning game. It's like Fortnite. There's no end to it.
It's like war games. It's like war games.
You just go in and you just keep doing it every day until you die. And I'm not interested in any of that.
What did the computer in war games say about tic-tac-toe and global thermonuclear war? Same thing, right?
Yes, they can't win them. There's no winner.
A stupid game, the only winning move is not to play. Or a silly game. Anyway, I forget exactly.
I want finish with this, and then I'll get into where I'm going.
Okay, Detective Conan writes in, screw those anti-Wombat comments. He's right about how fucked up this whole situation is, and already in the past week we know the top hog people. Top hog people are gutter trash like that Ellis guy. I don't even know what a top hog person is. I don't want to know what a top hog person is. I'm doing my part with the boycott in that I really have no interest in playing this game.
That's the other thing. I never said I was boycotting the game. That's thing number one.
Didn't you tell if people bought the game, they were like a bad person, though?
Well, I know. And again, I didn't say that either.
I felt like that's what was getting back to me from my sources.
I said I don't care if you buy the game or not. You could do whatever you want. But it doesn't mean that I have to like that you bought the game, that they are not mutually exclusive comments. Like, if you bought the game, I'm not going to like give you a high five and say congratulations. I'm not going to be happy for you.
You're going to block them.
No, I'm only going to block you if you troll me with the fact that you bought the game. Which is what I said I was going to do.
Right.
Which I did with a handful of people. Again, you don't listen to what I say, and then you say that I'm going to do something that I'm not going to do.
I haven't said
and
anything. I hadn't said anything.
People post like asinine comments in the
Me?
the
Am I
show
getting blamed for
thread.
something? What did I do?
Yes.
What did I do?
Because you liked that comment from the boycott guy in the show thread. And it started, and that's where it all went downhill.
Wait a minute. It's my fault?
Yes.
What comment did I like? The comment where the guy said he agreed with you.
No. You liked the comment where it was.
You said that was the dumbest comment on the history of CAG. I was just pointing out, here's the comment. I was just pointing out that once again, a boycott didn't work. It's fine to believe in things, though, and not support things you don't like. That's the comment that I liked. And that was the dumb.
It's longer than that, but he was just saying, I was just pointing out that once again a boycott didn't work. It's fine to believe in things though. I didn't boycott anything.
But why is that the dumbest post in the 20 years of CAG, and why is me liking that post funny?
It's funny because it's the same complaint of someone's commenting saying that I did something that I specifically made a point to say I'm not doing, and then you like the comment that someone posted of me doing something.
He says all means boycott all things Harry Potter, boycott Sony, boycott everything, boycott if you want. I think it's silly and it never works. So fine. Why is that dumb? What's wrong with that?
It's dumb because I never said I was going to do that.
He didn't say that. He just said
that is what he's saying. He's literally saying.
Well, you did tell people that you made people feel like an asshole if they were going to buy the game, like they were contributing.
That's because they should.
Well, but you just said you didn't do that.
No, that's not what I said at all. Again, you're not understanding. It isn't that black and white an issue.
No one's yelling at me except you.
Okay. Well, I'll explain this again. And again, I want to like slow this down and fully explain
maybe not
all of this. Yeah. Oh,
maybe
yeah.
It's time to abandon ship.
So
I already abandoned.
So I don't care.
Okay, he doesn't care
if someone buys the game or not.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm exhausted by it.
I would imagine you would be. It sounds exhausting. I'm exhausting for you.
I'm not boycotting the stupid game. I'm not boycotting anything.
I'm boycotting Bounty paper towels, by the way, because they advertise on Fox.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not enjoying your boycott of Bounty paper towels.
I think they actually stopped. So occasionally I will buy Bounty. Anyway, go on.
I'm glad your boycott worked.
Nobody knew about it though.
But I thought no boycotts worked.
Except me and Bounty.
To say that no boycotts work also is a very uneducated statement. There have been plenty of boycotts throughout
you can never
American
say never.
history that have worked, whether it be buses in the 1960s or Coca-Cola in the 80s.
I think the longhand there is no boycotts on pop culture things have worked.
That's not true either.
Or in recent times.
There was a boycott of Family Guy when they killed off Brian and they brought him back after 4 episodes.
Same thing.
So, no, you're saying that there's a thing that doesn't exist. And I'm saying, of course it exists.
This is whatever.
That's win. Not even, no, because we're losing.
Are we still talking about trans rights or what? That's what I want.
Well, that's just it. That's what I think is the only important thing to talk about.
Okay.
And that is, I do think trans rights are important. And I think a lot of people who are buying this game also feel that trans rights are important and believe that trans rights are human rights. And there's nothing wrong with buying the game and having that belief. And those are not the people. This is where I think I went wrong a week ago. So I was getting to this. I was not correct on the last show. I was getting mad at the wrong people. I was getting mad because in my mind, this
you should have been getting mad at me, apparently.
No, not you.
Oh.
Not mad at you because I know how you feel too. And I know how Shipwreck feels. Despite the fact that there are people in the comments who think that you feel the opposite as I do politically, which always makes me laugh.
Nobody thinks that.
Yeah, that guy, the Dowlicher. He's one of the people that was agreeing with the other guy in the thread.
The fact that you know what he thinks is too much is already too much. You shouldn't know what he thinks.
He posted like 3 times.
Don't read the comments and don't send me the comments.
Oh, it's.
I try not to read the comments, and then you send me the comments. It's like
And then you
I
put it in
can't.
the outline. I wasn't even going to bring it up on the show.
Shipwreck loves this.
I purposely didn't include it, and then you're the one who put it here.
Right. This is my way of telling you that don't send me the comments.
You could also just say, "Don't send me the comments," and not put it on the show.
But this is how I talk. This is where I talk to you.
Oh, okay.
This is the place.
So what I'm saying is,
yes,
I think it's important to recognize that trans rights are human rights.
yes.
And if you buy this dumb game, I don't care. As long if you have that core fundamental belief that, of respecting a human being and respecting who they are and how they present themselves. And, gender is not is a spectrum. It's not a binary construct. It's a whole thing. There's a lot. I'm not going to go into it now.
But if you have those beliefs, then you can buy the game, is what you're saying.
I'm not saying
you can get it from your library. You can get it from your library.
It doesn't matter.
You can't get it from your library.
I'm not telling anyone what they can or can't do.
Good.
That's what I've been trying to say now for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I am not telling anyone what they can or can't do.
Is it true or not that you're changing directions because you really want to see this Flash movie?
No, that's not true. Although it does look pretty decent, I'll probably wait for it to be on HBO Max. What I'm saying is there's a third prong to this. There's the people like me who just agree with what I agree with and aren't going to buy the game. There are people that agree with me politically, but are still buying the game because they're like, I just want to play this stupid game. It doesn't mean I don't like these people. Get over yourself.
That's shipwreck.
Which at one point I'm like, fine. It's not worth fighting with people. It's not worth fighting with people you agree with fundamentally. Does that make sense? Right?
Sure. But you had to get to that position, I feel like. You didn't go right to that position.
That's what I literally am saying.
Right.
I'm saying that I'm growing and I'm learning. And
I'm
part of
growing intellectually. Like I have
Shipwreck stopped.
I'm done with that.
12 years ago.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm saying is there's this third group of people who may or may not even be buying this game. I don't care.
Right.
That think that there's something wrong with being trans, or someone described it as a fashion choice that parents are putting on their children in the show thread. And I'm like, that is some dangerous rhetoric that it's more important to stop that kind of hate than it is to argue about people who agree with me buying a video game. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Do you agree or disagree with me?
Yes.
Yes, you agree.
100%.
See?
I just said yes 100%, but I didn't say if I agreed or disagreed. But I think we can all agree that it's true. So let's move on to Watch This Jerks. It was where Shipwreck was trying to get us to with this Flash comment, I think.
Yeah, that was it.
Womit didn't pick up on it, but it was too late for me to get in there.
It's okay. It's okay. Again, I wasn't going to talk about it at all.
I bought the game. If I bought the game.
Yes.
I have not bought the game.
But
purely because I was at Target and it was sitting there and I looked at it and I went,
you saw Womit's face on it.
$70.
Oh.
Like this is not going to be $70 for very long. Like it was sitting there right next to Dead Space. The Dead Space remake. $70 for that Dead Space remake.
Right.
That's not what I paid for it.
Okay. But they even had like the buy one get one 50% off sale, and I'm like, I'm still gonna save money if I just wait like a month.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, watch this, jerks. Watch this, muggles.
Yes, we saw the Flash trailer during the Super Bowl. And,
we did.
Hoity writes in and says, can Wombat explain how the new Flash movie fits into the previous Justice League movies or into the new Gunverse? Maybe neither. Also, did they add Michael Keaton to make people care about this movie? Yes, I can answer the second part of the question. Wombat, you answer the first part.
I think this movie is supposed to...
up.
I think this movie is supposed to be like a bridge between the Justice League movie and the new Gunverse. Think of it like a multiverse, like Doctor Strange, but instead of it being Doctor Strange, it's the Flash,
In the 80s.
which gives them pretty much license to add and remove whomever they want with whomever they want and just say multiverse, and then they throw confetti.
Is he going back to the 80s or is he going back to a present
No.
where Michael Keaton is Batman?
He's going to a present where Michael Keaton is old Batman.
Old Batman.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, there you go.
I'm interested in Michael Keaton. It worked for
I'm
me
glad.
when I saw the commercial. I was
Yeah.
like, who gives a shit about this? And then I was like,
Right. It's like, oh,
my head
let's
went
get rid of
like,
this Flash. And then
yes. Movies. What are we watching?
I watched a documentary on Netflix about Leonard Cohen and the song Hallelujah.
I know that
Mhm.
song and the guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very interesting documentary, especially if you know, obviously, if you know the song, and just how
I
that
think
song
it's pretty
evolved.
much impossible not to know the song, right?
Well, he wrote that song in 1985 when he was about, I think he was like almost 50. He might have been 49. Doesn't matter. 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That far along into his career, he writes this song. He puts it on his album. The album is released in Europe, but I think it was Capitol Records or Columbia. It doesn't matter. They refused to release it in the United States of America. So here's this song that we all know, in our heads, but it was never released by him in this country. It
At that
wasn't
time.
until
that time. Yeah.
at that time. Eventually it would be, but it wasn't until really, there's, Jeff Buckley put
Buckley's
it on
version.
the Jeff Buckley version. And then there's the Rufus Wainwright version that's in Shrek.
Sure.
And it
Which
just
became a Christmas classic.
it became a big hit. And it's just and how that song has been used. And it's just kind of interesting to see how
Also featured on every season of American Idol.
Yes. And it's just very interesting to see how someone who released something late, not even that late in his career, because he toured until he died, basically. How that song went from basically from obscurity to ubiquitous for something that should have, for all intents and purposes, been lost. And how it was found and how it was reignited over a 25-year span. It's an interesting documentary.
Yeah. I might watch that.
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy it because it's not just about music. It's about how these things happen. This sort of serendipity. It's an interesting documentary.
You know, it also has music in it that I watched.
What?
Pan, the Hugh Jackman vehicle about Peter Pan.
I don't even know that.
That's a musical?
No, it's not a musical, but it has songs in it. You know what songs it has in it? Renditions of
Welcome to the Jungle.
Smash Mouth.
You're not far off. I've already forgotten.
Cherry
no,
Pie
it smells like
by
Teen,
Warren.
No, it smells like Teen Spirit. I'm like, it has a Nirvana song. Which one are they singing? Because they come out and do a musical number. The Pirates, Hugh Jackman as Blackbeard in Pan, set in World War II. Is the movie set in World War II? They come out and do a musical number, a pirate shanty of Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Do they say the word mulatto in that movie?
I don't think they get to that part of the chorus.
Because I feel like that
Or
would
that
sort of
verse.
be inappropriate.
Yeah, maybe they do. I don't know. I was so taken aback because I went into this. I'm like, okay, it's a Peter Pan movie. My kids like Peter Pan. It's Hugh Jackman. We like Hugh Jackman. This looks fine, and visually, it's pretty impressive. Like as far as like imaginative Peter Pan live action movie, they do that. They also do they do a Ramones song. Which one is it?
I Want to Be Sedated.
No, it's not
Rock
Beat
and
on
Roll
the
High
Brat.
School.
No, there's another
Blitzkrieg
one.
Bop.
There it is. Blitzkrieg Bop.
It is World War II, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that one makes sense a little bit, but yeah, Pirates really liked alternative and punk music. And I think that movie, it got panned. I'm sure that critics really liked using that pun.
Okay, that's it. You're cut off.
Yeah. But I'm gonna guess like the majority of that was just due to these two songs just being stuck in the middle of the movie. These musical numbers for no reason.
They got a good deal on the licensing.
I
Never
get
heard
it.
of it.
I don't
Never even
know.
heard of it.
I don't think anybody did. It's weird because like it was till the end of the movie that Mrs. Shipwreck looked at me and went like, "Wait, that was Hugh Jackman?" Because he's got like so much like
Oh my god,
like makeup and stuff on, and he's not
Right.
like being like charming Hugh Jackman. It was
what a waste
it was
of a talent.
odd. Yes, it was odd. They should have just made a whole musical of him.
He's delightful.
Yeah. Also, Blackbeard, your favorite pirate in the Peter Pan universe, Blackbeard.
What happened to the Captain Hook?
He's there.
Oh, he's there too, but he's not the
This is
only.
a prequel. Captain Hook hasn't become the enemy yet. He's Pan's friend.
Right. Let's see. TV style. I've been watching the latest cult documentary. It just dropped on Hulu. It's called Stolen Youth. The Sarah Lawrence College something or other. I forgot. You know about that cult situation? Wombat knows about all these.
Yeah, that's the dad moved into his daughter's dorm room and turned everyone in the dorm floor into a sex slave.
No, but close enough. Basically. This one's only 3 episodes. It's on Hulu, about an hour each. Very well done, like the other ones. And I know we always watch these and we say, how could these people fall for it? They must be dumb. They must be stupid. I could never fall for something like this. One of the women who got sucked into this guy, she graduated. She went to Harvard on a full scholarship and went to Columbia Medical School on a full scholarship and was just about to graduate when she met this guy. And basically he tore her mind apart like he had a superpower. Like you won't even believe. And the fucking crazy thing about this documentary and about this guy who perpetrated these crimes, he recorded everything. Video and audio. It's all footage that this guy recorded. So obviously you can figure out what happens to him, but it's to see these people just like lose their minds it doesn't seem possible. Like just a guy in an apartment with you could do this without like drugging you or something, but he knows the techniques and it's very similar to all the other ones. They all use the same techniques, just a little different. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Stolen Youth on Hulu. Very good.
We watched more Poker Face because that's still coming out, new episodes. And that show is so good. It bums me out that neither of you are watching it.
I don't have whatever it is. Paramount?
Peacock.
Oh, Peacock. Yeah, forget it. Never.
Peacock's better than Paramount.
It's the name. You got to change the name.
Maybe. But I hope it comes out on like NBC or something so you can watch it.
Sure.
I think you'd really like it. There's a good episode with Judith Light and Esapatha Murkison that is probably the best episode of the series so far.
Mm-hmm.
And like when my wife and I watched that, we were like, wow. It's really good. Like I don't want to give anything away because every episode, because they're all self-contained, every episode has its own spoilers and the twists and turns it takes. Even though you know who the murderer is in the first 5 minutes, seeing just the twists and turns it takes for her to get there is pretty cool. It's totally worth it.
And they have Night Court on Peacock too, right?
Yes, there is still Night Court on Peacock.
That's a 1-2 punch.
That show is just it's depressing. That show.
Yeah.
That it's not better.
You watch the Red Letter Media on that?
Yes, and I mean they're not wrong, but they don't even get why it's bad.
Right. They probably only watched 5 minutes of it and they had enough footage.
They only watch the pilot and you can't judge a show. You can't judge a show on the pilot.
Right.
But you can judge a show
4 seasons.
That's the Wombat method.
You can watch like 3 episodes of something and be like, yeah, this is garbage.
And you
like
watch
sometimes
it
I'll sometimes give a show a second chance if the pilot's like okay. But yeah, no, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Nice.
For many, many reasons, but I'm not going to get into it.
No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Should we get into the new releases?
We can.
Who's been play-
Hogwarts Legacy. Has anybody heard of this one?
Oh my God, we're done talking about that game. Forever, literally forever.
I requested
Until I
it from
start
my.
playing it.
I requested it from my library. Think I'll get it? I might get it. You never know. You're coming.
You're gonna get one of the books instead.
No,
we
no,
just played
no.
the same joke.
It might be coming.
I got some new books, by the way. I should have brought them over here. I'm stupid. They're over on the table. I got the Skyrim books that were on sale on Amazon. It was my Valentine's Day gift for my wife. It's these
What are
really
Skyrim
nice
books?
hardcover bound collection of like stories and art from Skyrim.
Nice.
It's really cool. I thought so. Anyway, new releases.
What are
Let's
the
play
new
curling.
releases? Well, let's first look up the Metacritic score of the Harry Potter game because
Why? I'm sure it's very good.
let's find out. I'm just
I
curious. It's
know
probably
it's good.
85, right?
I think it's like 86, 87. I don't know.
Hogwarts Mystery on iOS is a 43. I can tell you that.
Boycotting that one.
It's a 90. What? It's a 90 on Xbox. How come it's a 90 on Xbox and like 80 something on PlayStation?
Yes.
I don't know.
It's
Don't
glitchy?
care.
Depends on the unique outlets that
Right.
do
Mhm.
both.
Sweet. That sounds
Yeah, yep.
as fair as an NFL game.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't really care.
Okay. What else? Oh, good news.
What?
We can play Switch Game or not. There's several
Oh.
of them on here. See if you can.
I think I can see a couple of them.
Okay, let's see.
I'm gonna guess horsing around with Harry Cox.
That's
Probably
fake.
not a Switch game.
That's
True.
fake. Yeah,
True.
that's
That
fake.
is fake.
That's not one.
Go on.
Okay,
Forgotten Annie,
No, that's a real game.
that sounds.
but
real.
Forgotten is spelled wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Not my
Forgotten
problem.
Anne. That's a game. That's a port to Switch. That game's been out for a while.
Yep.
Nice.
I think there's 3.
To those
Hmm.
about to rock.
Yes.
Nice.
Good. That's a good name for a game. Though.
Thank you.
It is yeah.
Fire!
You'd have to pay, I was gonna say you'd have to pay AC/DC though, wouldn't you?
There's one more.
Looking for aliens.
No. See, it's so hard. It's still hard. There's not even that
Oh,
many.
Legion of Doom.
Yeah,
Nope.
It's pretty. It's pretty
Really?
obvious.
Right.
Metroid Prime Remastered.
No.
No.
There's not even that many releases this
Metroid
week.
Prime 4.
No, I'll give you a hint. It's on top.
Oh, basic bitch takes.
Yes.
Right. It's only it's only $9.99.
Also a good name for a game. I feel like that's probably a game.
Probably. Someone's gonna take it if it's not. All right. Anything else? Any new releases? Probably not.
No.
No. All right, let's do your fortnightly news then.
There was a big Fortnite update this week.
They canceled the game. I heard. It's a shame.
They're calling it Chapter 4, Season 1.5. That's how big the update was. They added this free mini battle pass in the middle of the season with
What does
12
that do?
things to unlock.
Oh.
You play the game, you get some free stuff. But instead of having the paid battle pass, this is an all free battle pass for anybody. And it has like a free skin and free glider and some weapon wraps, all the stuff. You get all the stuff and it's all free. All you have to do is play too much of the game. And guess what I'm doing? Playing too much of the game.
It's better than arguing with people on Twitter.
It's 100% better.
It's gotta be.
It's also significantly more fun.
It's gotta
They
be.
added a lot of new weapons into the game. They did a lot of good stuff this week. So we'll give them their credit.
Sweet.
Way to go, Fortnite. Keeping the game fun when a lot of other games don't seem fun anymore. I don't know. Yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
I put this next item on there. Do you know about this? The Epic came out with a new Clips app for Fortnite that's supposed to let you share your highlights. I guess you don't know about it. Maybe I'm telling
It's
you
called
about
Post Party. I have it right here.
So do you like it?
It's not bad.
It's like the Xbox app, I'm guessing.
It's sort of like the Xbox app, but it's integrated into the game itself. So if you get a kill in Fortnite, it says, hold down this button if you want to upload the clip.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's really cool because, like I said, it's integrated right in the game. You do it with your controller. You don't have to think about it. And then later on, you could go to the app and look at your kills if you want.
Yeah, I like stuff
and
like that.
they're just as easy to edit and share as on this app as they are on your Xbox. You just don't have them on your Xbox. They're
Right.
just all on this app in the cloud. So
That's good.
no, it's a really good idea.
Nice.
Yep.
Overwatch.
there.
Remember when Overwatch came out with like the play of the game, and it was like supposed to be like this shareable thing, but they never actually implemented any way to share it. Like it was just like ripe for that. They still haven't done anything.
So that Epic app that's on the Apple Store.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess
It's free?
I guess they're not boycotting.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're supposed to come back. They said something earlier, like late last year, where they said that the game's supposed to be coming back to Apple devices in 2023. I don't know if that's just people talking, but who knows? Who knows?
Not me. What else we got?
So I just want to put this out there as a word of warning to the two of you. Don't steal people's vagina mods and put them in your games.
Why not?
Because people work hard on those vagina mods. And if you're going to steal them, at least get permission from the mod. Because CDPR did that in The Witcher 3, where they just lifted someone's vagina mods.
And what happened?
And I don't know.
Great.
I don't
Great story.
know.
All right.
I thought it was funny.
All right.
The
Sure.
modder just is angry. I don't think anything's happened.
He's not
yet.
angry. He doesn't even care. I read the article. It was
He does
like
care.
no, he didn't care. I don't think he cared. It was part of like some other mod that they wound up using. They didn't even know what they were using. The developers. Anyway, what else we got?
Xbox confirms that Game Pass leads to a decline in sales.
I believe
Did
it.
you know that?
I believe it.
I think the issue here is that at one point they said that Game Pass led to an increase in sales, which didn't make sense.
They meant sales of Xboxes.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, how is that a surprise? I saw this everywhere. Why?
Yeah.
Why are we surprised about this? Are we surprised about this?
I don't know. You put it on the outline.
This is so weirdly worded too. Like they learned that when games are added to Xbox's Game Pass service, they tend to see a decline in sales for around a year afterward. So games are usually on Xbox Game Pass for around a year, right?
Right.
And so then we're
Sometimes.
looking at once they go back off of Game Pass, the year after that, their sales are
after
down.
you've already played and finished the game, if you were interested to begin
Like,
with, because
this
you
is-
have Game Pass.
This is not where you're worried about your sale. Like video games don't have a lot of them don't have a lot of tail on them, right?
Right.
Like 2 years out is not where you're making your money usually. It's great if you are,
Right.
but
That's
don't
very
know.
few games. Yeah,
This
no,
is-
it's a weird statement, and it only came out because of the whole Activision stuff anyway. Where it was
Sure.
part of
sure.
It's going to be very interesting if and when that's finally finished.
Something. I don't know.
Yep.
Just do it, Microsoft. Just like
Just close the deal. Just finish it up.
Go ahead and do it. Like
Who cares what the UK thinks? What are you going to
they'll
do?
get over it. They'll get
Oh
over it.
no, we can't buy Call of Duty in London anymore. What are we going to
Right.
do? There's like 500 people in London. Who cares? I know there's more than that. That's a joke for everyone who's like typing angry. Wombat doesn't know how many people live in England. No, I know exactly how many people live there. We just don't care about you.
You do?
Exactly
How
how
many?
many?
How many?
I don't know.
Approximately how many?
How many people live in London? Wait, let's see if I could guess.
You can't even keep trade where you're talking about London or England.
Yeah, who knows?
Are we saying London or England? Well, that's
You
the question.
said both. I don't know.
I said both? Okay, so let's say in England, I'm going to say it's 10 million people.
What?
Is that too many?
No, it's too low.
You think so? Now I have to look
What?
it up.
It's 56
England
million.
population 67,000 or 67 million.
67 million?
736. Yeah.
10 million
Is
is
that-
the population of Long Island.
10 million. It's true. Well, but England's not that much bigger than Long Island.
But there's more people there. Anyway, whatever. What are we talking about? We're still
I
talking
don't
about
know.
things. We're just making shit up.
I was making jokes, and you guys, well, no, you have to say it.
Shipwreck, it's your fault.
Yeah,
This time blame Shipwreck.
kidding.
I learned something. This is the first time I've learned something since I've been 12.
Good.
Jeez, I was just making a joke.
You're really growing, Ship. I'm very proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
You can get some grown up toys now.
Christ. Jumping down my throat.
I can stop pretending like I have kids.
we never even seen those kids, to be honest.
I've never met them.
Yeah. What do we got here? What we playing?
I've been playing this game called Aka R, which is based on an unreleased Atari prototype game. This is the Jeff Minter remaster, and it's really cool. It
Is this
doesn't
a
come out.
recharged?
It's not quite a recharge because the original game never came out.
Well, no, I just mean, is it in their series of recharge games?
I guess
or-
technically it will be, but I don't know.
Wait,
it doesn't say
on the
recharge.
title screen?
It doesn't say.
So it's,
no,
it's
just,
not. It's not that.
Yeah, yeah. It just says Aka R, but it's got lots of cool. It's a Jeff Minter game, so it has lots of cool visuals and music, and
Sure.
it's technically under embargo for like a full review, but I'm allowed to say that I have it and that I'm playing it. So I have it and I'm playing it and I like it. It it has some Geometry War vibes to it.
Mhm.
If you like those kind of games, then you're gonna like this kind of game.
Sure. I'll play Aka R.
I think you'll really like it, Chip. That's why I'm bringing it up. Actually, you know what? I think Cheapy would really like it too. I think you're both gonna really like that game.
You can tell when they don't care how many copies of the game they sell when they name it something like Aka R.
Well, that
Yeah.
was a name they came for out with the game in like 1980.
It was
Yeah.
supposed to be
it's just-
Shaka Khan, but that was taken.
Is that true?
Everybody.
No. Oh, wait. Hold on.
No.
Oh, I have the fucking things.
I can't know
No.
how to hear any more about tables.
Chaka Khan.
No.
Let me rock it, rock it. Shaka
Yeah,
Khan.
that.
Let me rock it, Shaka Khan. Let me rock it. It's all
Oh, I
on.
can't stop it now. Sorry.
Let me rock it, Shaka
Oh, it stopped. Okay. Never mind. I can't stop it. Who's playing the Dead Space remaster?
I am. I picked it up today. I only played about 45 minutes of it, just because I downloaded it. But I have it. It looks so good.
What do you mean you picked it
the-
up?
Well, like I bought a code for it today, and
Oh.
yeah, I paid for it. I don't know, picked it up.
Some gray
Where'd you,
market?
where'd you get it from?
No.
Or what's going on here?
I got it through H2O Acidic. Do you know him?
The drink?
He's on a CAG. He's on the Discord, but he
Okay.
also works. I don't know if he works for, but does a
or
lot
steals
for
from? Go on. Where?
he does a lot for Extra Life, the Extra Life charity.
Okay.
Okay.
And EA supplied him with a whole bunch of codes for Dead Space Remastered. And if you donate it to Extra Life, you get a code.
Got it. Okay.
So I donated to Extra Life. I'm like, I want to play this game and I can help sick kids. This seems like a win-win.
How much
And
you have
it
to
was-
donate to get a code?
$45. And that's for the digital deluxe edition.
Where
so the
can people do
$90
that?
version
Where,
of the game.
where can people do that? It seems like a great
Well, he
deal.
sold them all today. Like he's
Oh.
right now he's sold out.
Did
But if you're
everybody
on the
get it for
CAG
$45 or just you?
Yes. Nope. Everybody. got it.
Wow.
Not just.
Sweet. Sweet,
Yep.
sweet.
Yes. He's also a Twitch streamer.
Nice.
SFC Acidic says critical in the chat.
oh, not
this is Twitch
H2O?
handle.
H2O? So-
No. And he has a few PC codes left. He has a few Steam codes
Oh.
left. So if you're on the CAG Discord, you could reach out to him and get a Steam version of the game for about $45. It's totally worth it. All the proceeds go to the Extra Life charity, and you get a copy of a new game to play with whenever you want. So it's
Now,
It's
if
a
he
good
had
thing.
Harry Potter codes and you were donating the money to charity,
no, I would no. No, it's not, again, I
Hmm.
wouldn't do that.
You just don't want to be reminded of the whole.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Right.
But for this game,
It
100%.
seems like it is worth it. Though.
Wait,
$45.
No,
So
you know
if
what
the
I mean.
$45 is going to a different charity, and you still wouldn't play Hogwarts?
I don't know. Probably not.
Okay.
I'm gonna say probably.
I heard there's
not.
a Jewish character in it.
Yeah, the trolls.
No.
Yeah, Mm. yeah.
I thought the goblins were the Jewish characters.
Whatever. The ones that look like Nazi caricatures of Jews.
Goblins, I think.
They're all over that game.
Are they?
Yeah.
How do you
Working
know?
at the bank?
Yes. Yes, they are.
How do you know?
Anyway, Dead Space. Hopefully, I'll have more to talk about next week because, like I said, I just got it today.
Cool. It
But I
looks
figured
good. It
worth
looks so good.
giving. It does. It looks so good.
Nice.
Like that first part of the game when the monster jumps out at you for the first time when you have the slicer and you're cutting off the arms. It still gets you. It's cool.
Nice.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Whip Smart Spank Banky. We haven't had one of those in forever, and it's called Shuttlecock H. It's got cock in it, Wombat. Pay attention. It's on the Nintendo Switch, and it's from East Asia Soft, who gave us the code. It's a spaceship-themed bullet dodging game like Galaxy Wars in pacifist mode. Where's the cock part? Let's see. Your ship looks like a sports shuttlecock. And you unlock pictures of anime ladies in various states of undress, which is, you got to have that. It's very difficult, super difficult. And the artwork of the ladies is done well with a good variety. He gives it 3 out of 5 crumbled tissues. That's Shuttlecock H for the Nintendo Switch, where you find all the finest properties. Let's go on to the CAG bag. Scott Dave writes in and says, did video games peak during the Xbox 360, PS3 era?
Video games are like Saturday Night Live casts. There's going to be peaks and valleys. And there's going to be a time in your life when all games seem better than other times in your life. And that has more to do with your age than the games themselves.
I don't know.
I feel like video games are more like RoboCop in that first, like in the beginning, like the first time you see something, it's fresh and new and it's great. Just like when you see RoboCop 1. But then when you come back for like the second iteration of that game, it's still pretty good, like RoboCop 2, but it's not the same as RoboCop 1. Then when you've seen it for like the third time or fourth time, it's more like RoboCop 3, where they couldn't even get Peter Weller and he's driving like a pimp mobile around and it's just embarrassing. Maybe not the same, maybe not the best analogy, but you've seen the same stuff before.
I like my SNL era thing better.
I know I've been, like, you can see my, I think Xbox 360, some of my Xbox 360 games on the floor.
I see a lot of green, a sea of green.
A sea of green back there, because I've been reorganizing my shelves, and they'll be back up on the shelves here soon once Target gets more of the clear plastic bins in that I've been using. I go around and wipe out all of these these acrylic plastic bins from all of the Targets in the Cincinnati area. They're all out of stock currently.
You're the gaming nerd version of the weed growers who go to Target and they're buying up all the glass ball jars.
Yeah.
You see like a guy, like long hair, just like basket full of ball jars.
Yeah. No, I'm an entire cart full of these clear plastic bins.
Right. He's not making jam.
But anyways, like I was looking through like that era of games, like just my games. I'm like, good God, there was so much variety back then. Mm-hmm. And like just such a weird variety of AAA and AA games, like licensed stuff and everything, that is just pretty much gone now, right? Like I don't know. It seems like that era, there was just like nonstop games coming out like every couple weeks. There was like, hey, here's another AAA game from another company. And now like half the companies are out of business because of the strategy.
Right.
But I don't know. That was a really good era of gaming. And it seems like that was also where a lot of the ideas of these games that we're playing right now were developed. And so like, it's like that's where Call of Duty like came to be what it was. That's where Assassin's Creed made that style of game. That's where Dead Space started. That's where the Elder Scrolls series hit its strides, right? Like, do
you think it's because the cost?
Grand Theft Auto like was
I think it has to do with the cost. I also think there was such a big leap between the Xbox and the Xbox 360 as far as game quality, visual quality, controls. But just there was maybe at least a perceived technological leap from the Xbox to the Xbox 360 that was so much greater. I still remember walking into the Best Buy on 44th Street and seeing Call of Duty on an Xbox 360 for the first time and looking at that and going, that's it. This is the best games are ever going to look. They're never going to look better than this. I think a lot of that also has to do with the jump from SD to HD.
Sure.
Because now we're so used to HD and HD to 4K. Yes, you could tell the difference, but it's not the difference of SD to HD.
Definitely.
Especially when you lived in a world of standard definition. And then it was like all of a sudden someone put glasses on you for the first time and you're seeing HD, and to see a video game in HD for the first time was really a mind-blowing experience that this new generation just, it doesn't have, because there's that leap isn't there. So yeah, there was definitely a peak in the Xbox 360 PS3 era, but do I think it'll never be better than that again? I want to say no. I don't think that's I hope that that's not the best it's ever going to be. That's all.
PS5 VR Wombat. That's where it's at.
No, I don't think so.
No, it's not.
I don't think so.
Let's read this question from DGO so we can give this guy a shout out. He says, I keep forgetting you're into rowing. I just got a Concept 2 rower. Any YouTube resources you recommend for the beginner to intermediate person? You got to check out Training Tall on YouTube and Instagram for all your rowing and Orange Theory needs. You can learn how to row from watching his videos. You can't learn how to row from going to Orange Theory just by yourself. And I also want to give a shout out to my friend Danielle, who's got a podcast called The Art of Sway. And she had me on as her first guest for season 2. It's a podcast. She runs a company about that does influencer marketing. And she's an expert in that field. And she had me, and we grew up on the same block.
Oh, okay. That explains why you were there on it.
Well, that doesn't, what does that mean? She asked me to be on it. That's why I was on it. I said yes.
I mean, I guess it's like, oh, I have no guess. I know someone who I guess could be on it.
Well, or I know someone who has many, many years of doing a podcast and who has listeners also. Anyway, it's a nice conversation with Danielle. It's called The Art of Sway. You can check it out. And if you're a PR person looking to hire influencers, check out her.
What is Sway?
Her company? Her company is called
the
Sway Group, and it's an influencer marketing company.
What does Sway mean?
What does sway mean? SWAY, like to change somebody's opinion or to move.
Okay. Is that's
I think it's both. I think that's the genius of the name, is that it's both.
Oh,
you can move with the times and with your customers' needs, but also you can influence people.
I couldn't tell if it was supposed to be like some sort of acronym or some slang term I was unfamiliar with.
She's very successful. The company and business is very successful.
Sway is the drug in RoboCop 2.
No, it's not. It's Nuke.
It is. It's Nuke. Yeah, nice try, Mookie Juki.
Anyway, my parents listened to the podcast and they thought it was great. So that should tell you everything you need to know.
I'm sure it's great. I'm just pulling your
I
chain.
can take it.
I know you can. I know you can.
I love it. All right. Let's say goodnight and we'll see you next time.
Bread's done.